Distinguished guests, dear participants, I'm very delighted to see today so many of you Ethiopians who have studied in Finland. When we started organizing this seminar, we soon realized that our interest to get to know you better was matched by your own enthusiasm to gather. Living in another country is always an adventure which leaves many memories, in fact also for us. For you, the time in Finland gave you the opportunity to enhance your professionalism. So we hoped also to understand the human investment dimension to the nation of Ethiopia of your individual decisions to move to the distant country of Finland. This seminar is part of the celebrations within the government-to-government relations between Ethiopia and Finland. The Embassy of Finland in Addis Abeba was established about 50 years ago, in 1965, as the first Finnish embassy in sub-Saharan Africa. The decision to establish the embassy was particularly due to the founding of the Organization of African Unity 2 years earlier in Addis Abeba. The importance of OAU was realized immediately also in the small distant country of Finland, and an embassy was established to follow its actions. But now, 50 years later, we wanted to celebrate this anniversary with the people who have been part of the relations during the decades. You are among those who traveled to Finland to look for new opportunities to further your studies. When mapping the alumni, we found into this yearbook some 125 of you who graduated from their studies in Finland. But we know we didn't reach all. There are at least dozens more. In the early decades, many of you took part in the tailor-made master's courses in Finnish universities, in the fields of water and sanitation, architecture, or special education. Later, when Finnish universities started internationalizing further and established increasing numbers of programs carried out in the English language, many of the younger ones among you have applied through the normal competitive entrance examinations to any program of their choice, and the younger ones are therefore a bit more scattered. In your private experiences, you have gone through cultural shocks, which you are also totally allowed to talk about today. We have already heard about the silence of the Finns, the dark, cold winter days, or the white nights of the summers in Finland when you couldn't get any sleep. So those are some common experiences to you. But you have also mentioned that within the Finnish society there were some issues that remained as food for thought for you, and you did find friends. When we were trying to find you, we realized that indeed the investment in you had paid off. Many of you have taken up professional positions in Ethiopia, both in public and private sectors. Today, while casting glimpses towards the past, back to the times of your studies in Finland, as mentioned, we would also like to look into the future. Later in the day, in the group work, we would like to analyze and understand better the human investments you and your nation Ethiopia have received through your studies. And what is the role of international studies now that higher education has also expanded in Ethiopia? But also from the Finnish point of view, I have told in the foreword to the yearbook how recently I have already met several Finnish entrepreneurs who present the Ethiopian trainees, students at present in Finland as their future factory managers in Ethiopia. Those investments may still take a long time, but clearly these young Ethiopians have opened the eyes of my compatriots to the world and changed their mindsets on the possibilities of internationalization. Development is embodied in the way people's lives change from one generation to another. Today, we reflect how the changes in your lives have been part of the transformation of your society. Your presence here today proves that the relations between our countries and our peoples have been strong throughout this first half a century of diplomatic relations. I hope our relations continue equally lively and continue to transform people's lives for the better. And I also wish we all have fruitful discussions in today's seminar and meet many old friends and make new friends. Thank you.